Good morning, Team Genesis Associates. I'll begin this morning's training by introducing our esteemed industry trainer and producer, Klaus Urbanek. Klaus has graciously agreed to share some valuable information with you and me today. Most people know Klaus as an Executive Vice President at CTFO. He's come to us with 30 years of experience in the industry, having built $3 million organizations to date. This program will be number 4 for this great professional. We're so fortunate to have the opportunity to hear Klaus's insights that'll help us shortcut our learning curve here and get on with creating our own personal success stories. I want to thank you, Klaus, for your investment in all of us today, and I'll turn this training over to you now.
Thank you very much, Janet, and I would like to go right into our training. We had, over the last 10 days or so, received a lot of questions that came out from the field, and I wanted to be a little bit blunt with all of you, and I think I can do that because I've been in our profession for so long and have seen it all, done it all, you name it, I've done it and tried it. And I want to answer from my perspective some of those questions. I want to get into the first one here right away from Randy. He asked Klaus how to get people off the fence, people that expressed an interest in the business or a need for our products, and how to follow up. Well, Randy, there is a difference between people that we normally enroll from ads like Craigslist, social media, cold calls, lead lists, or any other advertisement, compare to those that we know and have on our contact list or build a relationship with. So that's a reason why constantly growing or building our contact list is so important. We always talk about treating our profession like a business and not like a hobby. And there is a big truth behind it. And Michael Kahn talked about that last Wednesday on this amazing call we had. And it's not only us who need to do that. It's also the new members that we enroll. They too need to have the same mentality and treat it like a business, or our system won't work. Keep in mind, most people that join you in CTFO never owned a business in their lives. They have a mindset of an employee. And that's okay. We all at one point did that. They have been conditioned for many years, or sometimes for decades, to do what somebody else tells them. Yes, there are exceptions of the rule. There are exceptions of the rule, and that is when those prospects make the conscious decision to take responsibility of their CTFO business and find a way to make it work, even at times when obstacles are laid into their way. If you don't know that about your prospect, or they don't act like it, even though at the beginning they expressed an interest in your business and product, there's little you and I can do about it. I have personally enrolled a lot of people. They actually act like that as well. So it's not only you. When you have a free opportunity like CTFO, it's too easy to enroll. So you as the enroller must do a better job to qualify them and ask point blank, what is their commitment level? What do they like to accomplish in CTFO? How many hours will they work a day or per week in their free and new business? What can you expect from them? And also, at the same time, tell them what they can expect from you. So it's a give and take. Ask your potential new member as many questions that will help you to figure out if your newly enrolled prospect is qualified to help you to increase your success. That's why we built a team, because you can't build $1 million business by yourself. It doesn't work. Yes, we like customers, a lot of them. And yes, we like associates that do a little. And we don't turn nobody away. However, you want to know who you can count on. And I didn't say depend on. Who you can count on to build together with that $1 million business. Don't let anyone steal your time. There are dream stealers out there, and that's okay. They are part of society. Having said that, our goal is ultimately to find 3 potential executive vice president caliber people at some point in the future. 3 entrepreneurs or business-minded people that will help you to help themselves to get to that presidential director or higher position. I myself don't even have 3 yet. And you know what? I'm not really worried about it or care. Just strengthen strengths. Work with the willing. Everybody else goes on your drip list. So you stay in the conversation with them, and when they are ready, they know how to get hold of you. Now let me quick or briefly go over follow-up. Follow-up comes after you invited your prospects, right? To take a look at your CTFO business. When you make that follow-up call, simply ask them or start out with asking that question. What they liked best about whatever it is they looked at, a video, a webinar, your website, whatever. Now answer a few of their questions and do, which is recommended, a 3-way call with your experienced active upline support team, like on-the-job training. I did a training about our CTFO business life cycle. Look, invite, follow up, and educate. Find the recording and listen to it again. I explain much, much more. Now, another question from Maria was how to get more customers and associates on Autoship. Well, to me, that's a simple answer. Now, not everybody does it, but it's still simple. Just ask your business prospect, you know what, Joe? Do you want your business on autopilot? Guess what? Everybody wants it. And they say yes. And then you respond by saying, great. Then start with setting yourself up on Autoship. Lead by example. Start doing it first and then encourage your team members to do it as well. They do what you do, not what you say. This is the beginning of your business being on autopilot. Here are some advantages being on Autoship that you always want to include in your conversations. You will never miss a check. I had in the beginning of my CTFO career here, just about a year ago, some people wondering why their check was going down or being less and their volume increased. Well, they forgot to place their $47 minimum monthly order to benefit from their team bonuses. Would not have happened if they were on Autoship. Autoship means secure income. And the more you have, the bigger your check. Also, receive a 5% discount on top of your wholesale price. Customers love that. You are getting your products automatically every month. So shipping is not an issue anymore. If it every month comes the 15th, every month comes the 15th, or whenever. You can change or cancel your Autoship anytime. There's no commitment or penalty. And you always will be qualified to receive maximum commissions. Now, guys, here is a big one, and is asked by Jim, what are some of the traps we should be aware of while marketing CBD and or our CTFO on social media? What are the pitfalls to prevent? Let me answer that by giving you some of the do's and the do nots on social media. And this is not a training, guys. However, it's because CTFO is pursuing much tighter compliance control starting with the new year. Here are some of the do's. Be compliant in your advertising activities. If you don't know, ask your enroller. Always use independent associate if you must use a picture with a CTFO logo or name on it. Well, I recommend use mostly generic information about CBD on social media. Give value to your audience, not only or just soliciting your CBD sales. Start a conversation. Brand yourself as the expert. If you learn that early, you will thank me for it in the future. If you start a separate business Facebook group to increase your sales volume and to attract new associates and customers. Make it as professional as possible. I want you to visit some of the other professional business pages out there, and it doesn't need to be a CTFO business page. Remember, this is your Facebook business group with the goal to increase your sales and associates. So advertise that group to local Facebook members. If you live in a city or close to a city, there are tens of thousands of Facebook members out there in a radius of 20, 30 miles. Advertise to them. Or you can advertise to those of your personal Facebook friends that are not already in CTFO. However, this is my opinion. I wouldn't necessarily invite associates that are already in CTFO. CTFO members that are not on your team, as they can't and don't really help you to grow your sales. Your business page needs to be alive, meaning post at least twice or 3 times a day something of value in the hope people engage in a conversation. That's what we want. Now, if you get new likes on your business page, welcome those people. When someone gives you a like or a comment, reply with a private message. That's what I like to do. Take it offline quickly. See, I want to build a relationship. And don't answer prospects' questions in the comment section of your post unless it can be of interest to all group members or to all of your audience. And it's not personal. Always seek to make new friends on social media with people or prospects that are not yet in CTFO. That is how you expand your possible contacts and contact list. That's what we want. Build our list, right? It's our biggest asset. Ask your CTFO upline support team if they have a team training Facebook page. If so, request to become a member. Here you will and should learn everything you need. We have every rank up to a presidential director in our upline. So I'm positive you find the right group to join. Instead of posting your CTFO website on your personal Facebook page, and that is not recommended in my point of view, post either a generic lead capture site without referring right away to CTFO, but for your audience to click on and fill in their contact info so they can watch, for example, a free video about CBD. Or you may start doing a blog, which is a link you post directing your audience to an article or a subject that you, the expert, wrote about. Stay away from posting all kinds of CTFO messages. You know why? Because there are 500,000 other associates do the same. CTFO is already known on social media, especially Facebook. Your audience doesn't need you or me anymore to find out details about your CTFO opportunity, right? They will see how professional you are on your Facebook presence and decide to join someone else. It happens all the time, guys. Learn how to navigate through your social media page. Learn how to do messages, notifications, how to add a new friend, how to private message someone, what and how to look for if you add a new Facebook friend. Guys, be cautious. This is very important as there are a lot of people out there that just want to fish in your pool of Facebook friends. Be aware of any irregularities. Also, over the last 6 months or so, I have noticed that there are an increasing number of Facebook groups out there. Just be very selective on which groups to join. We all have to, especially those that are not associated with us, with you, with part of your team. You don't need to join every social media group. You just need the right ones that benefit you. One reason not to join many groups is, and I can tell that all the time, it will fill up your messages and notifications. The more groups you join, the more cluttered your inbox becomes. If you don't want to miss an important message or notification, you need to go through all of those messages, right? And that is time consuming. Besides, if you must read all posts and notifications, it doesn't contribute to our income producing activities. It's a waste of time. Also, there are a lot of social media groups that have a different agenda. And sometimes it is disguised as something different than you expected. We are all independent business associates, guys. And I believe we can do whatever we feel doing. Just be cautious. That is all I'm saying. And I speak from experience. You always want to maybe get an opinion from your active upline support team on what to do, especially if you are new to all the social media craze. Now, here are some do nots. Don't make any claims publicly. If you are in a secret group for educational purposes, it may be okay. But don't do it even in a closed group. Why? Because the public can find that group on the internet, and that can be negative for CTFO, which is our golden goose. Don't post your CTFO link on social media. If you must use it, get your own URL and forward your CTFO web link to it. Use a nice picture or a headshot from you on your Facebook page or any other social media page. But don't use a CTFO or product picture as a cover picture. Guys, it's not professional. Remember, you want to brand yourself. You are the expert. Not everybody is cut out to do social media marketing. Find someone that is not, or maybe not in CTFO, that has experience in it and learn from them. Pick their brain. Believe me, I am not an expert. I just use common sense when I market on social media, which I share with you today. I see it all the time. Many associates make the same mistake they made 5 or 10 years ago and wonder why they don't get better results. Even on social media, you must build the relationship, and at one point, take that relationship or that that contact offline with your open-minded audience. Now, here's another question. Susan asked, how to respond to people complaining about the cost of our products? That's a good one. There are actually 2 reasons, I think, why people complain about cost. First, they really can't afford it, and I understand that. And second, they want to get something for free or simply cheaper. In either case, you can always say, you know what, Mary? I know how you feel. I felt the same way until I understood how to get my products paid for. Believe it or not, guys, after just a few weeks of sharing these amazing products with some people, I now earn more income than what the products I wanted cost me. You can't beat that. There's another example to reply with, and you can say, you can't afford not to get involved. It's a free online business, including 2 free websites and even a shopping cart. All you need to do is drive traffic to your online store and see what happens. Ka-ching, ka-ching. We all heard that. Now, Johnny is a member of our team, and he said something I really think it's cool, and he, makes a lot of sense. You may want to break it down to a cost per day or cost per dose amount. Maybe then the customer sees the value in what it is we have. Now, a question from Stephen, how to create realistic goals without being self-limiting. Now, I like to say that a dream written down with a date becomes a goal. A goal broken down into steps becomes a plan, and a plan backed by action makes your dream come true. And I have 6 principles for goal setting. Clearly define your goals. Do the SMART goals. Set out your strategy. You must plan your work so you can work your plan. You don't have a plan? Well, forget about the business. Plan out the problems which arise in every business. We need to identify them, fix them, and go on. And this is very important in our type of profession. Built-in rewards. Every time you reach a goal, it doesn't matter if it's small, big, huge, reward yourself. Number 5, relate everything to a time frame. Attach a date to your goals. Don't say, my goal is to become VP. No, you write down, I will become VP by 31st of March 2019. Or I will become an executive manager by December 31st. That's how you do it. And last but not least, don't confuse activities with results. Enrolling new associates and customers is the lifeblood of your business. And I call it income producing activities. Whatever it is you do, does it increase your bottom line? Make it a habit. We know habits are hard to break once we have them. I did the whole training on SMART goals, and there's a recording available. Just find it. SMART goals are specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and timely. If you never built a team, start with small goals and enroll maybe 3 people a week. But make sure you also get 2 orders on the books that week. Enrolling people alone doesn't make you a check. The orders you get on the books, that's what gets you a check. However, when building a team, it's about who do we attract. As we never know. And who can you train to duplicate what you do while monitoring your activities during the hours you spend working in your business. You may adjust your goal up or down. And guys, that's okay. I do that all the time, as I'm very driven to get things done. As a matter of fact, it's recommended at the beginning of your networking career while you figure out what your enrollment score is. I bet you haven't heard that lately. An enrollment score is how many people you need to enroll to get a sale. Once you know that, what your score is, you now can build your goals around that. I hope this helps, guys. Now, Dawn is another lady who asked a great question. And she said, I like more knowledge to help people when they ask me which products to use based on specific reasons for wanting to try. Now, let me try to answer that. The bottom line is each person is different, and we don't know how toxic someone's body is. So we also don't want to make any claims, right? Compliance issues. Besides, we don't want to give people hope. If a potential customer has a serious health issue, and you don't want to make the decision for them, as we are not a medical doctor. Now, you can always say, you know what? CBD is a natural anti-inflammatory product, and there are no known side effects. And if we get inflammation under control, we can improve well-being and quality of life in many areas. And according to the label, 20 drops or half a dropper twice a day is the recommended amount you want to take. As people know if they are sensitive to any supplement they never have taken before. In that case, you use common sense and start low. Instead of 20 drops, you start with 5 drops, and then you increase every few days until you notice a positive change. That is exactly the reason why CTFO gives us a 60-day money-back guarantee. People literally can play with the product. There is absolutely no risk whatsoever. Many people monitor their health conditions on a regular basis, especially if they have a serious health challenge or take other medications. They can always, if they feel like, consult with their doctors. Having said that, I would choose either a 10x Pure 500 or the 10x Pure 1500. Now, I'm also realistic, and sometimes people can afford that, and that's okay. In that case, have them order the regular 500 milligrams CBD oil. In this case, they may need to take more than what the label recommends, and that's okay to notice an improvement in well-being. That's what I would answer to that. Now, here's another great question from Steve. How to convince, and he calls it a whale, which is a very successful network marketer who has already built the $1 million company, to join CDFO. Now, when you call those people, those entrepreneurs, be respectful and ask if it's okay or a good time to talk. If they say yes, then you say, I know you are very successful in network marketing. I would like to ask you a few questions, if that's okay. Build a relationship with them first. Show them that you are interested in their experience in this business. Pick their brain. Ask how long they are in network marketing, what they did to get to their income level. Why did they choose that company? What do they like about their company? What don't they like about it? Everybody who likes a company, there are reasons or things they don't really like. Don't tell them right away how great CDFO is. That's what most people do that call me. They're not interested in me. They just want to tell me how great their business is and so on and so forth. And I shared in a different training how you can reverse it also. If you haven't built a relationship yet with them, or you are maybe not at a certain level of success, tell your upline VP or higher about this successful networker, set up a 3-way call with them. Offer to register your contact as a free associate. Let them know we are a ground floor opportunity, but not a startup company. The timing is perfect to get in. Just get your spot. You never know what can happen, which is true. And you must know people that don't like what you are doing right now, but they may be attracted to CTFO. And guys, I think I have one more question here from Eric. And it goes right into my first question I answered for Randy. He asked how to get more associates to be active. Now, please understand, Eric, don't want this business more for them than they want it for themselves. If you do, you will get burned out. Put them on your drip list and send them all collectively an email per month or every 2 weeks filled with a few testimonials or how things have been going on with you. Keep them posted on what is happening in your business. They may wake up from their nightmares, not joining you or getting involved. I had that already. I followed up with somebody after, on a regular basis, and they called me back, and I let them know always in between how the business I built worked for me, and they joined. Also, if you want more active people, learn how to better sift and sort your prospects before you enroll them. Connect with more people. Ask better qualifying questions to get a better picture of your prospect. And all this has nothing to do with CTFO yet. However, you can't say the right thing to the wrong person, as well as you cannot say the wrong thing to the right prospect. If prospects are ready and understand the power of residual income and the power of CBD, they will join you and do what they must do to satisfy their why. If they are not, it doesn't really matter what you say or do. Don't spend a lot of time with a prospect and talk about what your or our business is all about before you know anything about them and what they are looking for. So ask those qualifying questions. Keep in mind, you are the messenger and not the message. You give prospects, a lot of them, enough information so they can make an informed decision. Speak with authority and strength as you are the expert. Don't give people the feeling that you need them. No, we don't need them. I sometimes say, listen, you like chocolate? Well, let me smell you, but if you want it, you come to me. Again, treat it like a professional business and give them the CTFO advantage. We all know it. Just use it. Free enrollment, free website, 60-day money-back guarantee, free training and support. Ask them, why did you enroll? Or what do you expect from me as your sponsor? Or what can I expect from you in this business? What are some of your goals you like to reach in this business? What options do you have in the job world out there? If they don't join you, they are not the right person for you anyway. Remember, you are in CTFO when CTFO is in you. You can lead the horse to the water. We all heard that before, but it must drink itself, right? There is no real answer to make people more active or move. If they don't have the drive to improve their own situation, my advice is talk to more people and find the ones that follow your lead.